Annabelle. It's a Raggedy Ann doll made in what, the 1970s, and the doll is.
I think that version was 1968.
Okay, so made in the 1960s, and the doll has a demon attached to it, supposedly, correct?
Supposedly, but also in Ed Warren's book, The Demonologist, he is quoted saying that objects can't be possessed, only people.
Under that belief, how would the Annabelle, because there are claims that Annabelle was able to write stuff and able to stand up on its own, how would it be able to do that I guess the demon could just move objects. Maybe it was just moving Annabelle, not possessing it.
Yes, according to Ed in the first book, it was manipulating the doll to make it appear to be inside the doll, and then later on is when they say, oh, the doll's just possessed.
Theoretically speaking, removing the doll from the home wouldn't actually do anything then, because the demon would just start manipulating other things, right?
Right. And that's very confusing because they say that they exorcised the nurse's apartment and then confirmed it was clear, but took the doll anyway, and the doll somehow still has attachment that we need to be worried about. If the apartment is cleared and the nurses are no longer in danger, but the demon is still present, are we in danger for being around the doll, or how does that even work?
Yeah, it's from everything I know about the paranormal and cursed objects, it's like they're not following their own rules. So in your opinion, do you believe that Annabelle is really cursed?
No, I don't. What I think it comes down to is I think that two women, these nurses, because they did exist, I have confirmed that they existed or exist. One of them is still around. The other one has passed. But I think what it came down to was that they had some sort of experience. Either they had actual paranormal activity they couldn't explain, or they saw a scary movie that ignited their imaginations and kind of spooked them a little bit. So they got caught up in the whole, because it was a hype at the time. Like everything was haunted. It was in Reader's Digest. It was all over. And so I think something happened with the nurses that made them scared enough to contact the Warrens. And then from there, it's all Warren's story, whatever they decided it was going to be.
You know what? We might as well. Don't you have a conversation with that person?
Yes. Her name is Marguerite, and I did indirectly speak with her. She was in a Facebook group that I was not in, but a friend of mine was in, so they spoke to her for me.
Which one is the woman you talked to?
The one on the right holding the doll.
And this is from a newspaper clipping from...
According to the author of the article, she thinks it was 1975.
Okay, so this is that article. How far did you have to dig to even find that?
I didn't find this. So there's a Facebook page called, it's just titled Amityville Horror, and they shared it one day, and somebody sent it to me because they saw it shared and they were like, oh my God, have you seen this? And they sent it to me. So it ended up in my inbox from someone else's Facebook page. And I'd never seen it before, but I show Eric, and Eric was like, oh yeah, that's in the museum. It's near the Annabelle cave. They have it framed in the museum, which I sent a photo of that to you. There's that in the frame and also another article, I think from a tabloid. But I've never found either of them in the newspaper archives anywhere. I've contacted every library in Bridgeport. I've searched all the internet archives. I can't find them anywhere.
Why would they take a photo if they were afraid of this doll? I wouldn't want to go anywhere near it.
Yeah, it seems very odd. And Ed looks at it all, how he's holding it, and you're not supposed to touch it. Again, you're not supposed to touch it. And we have this photo, the photo of the two nurses, and then the photo of Lorraine, everybody touching it. So it's either a decoy or...
Right, and this is the person you talked to.
Yes, and in my opinion, I think she looks exactly like the woman in the article, and this photo is from 2010 on her Facebook page.
So this is the message and this is the woman that originally had the problem with the doll that the Warrens came to see, and the Warrens took Annabelle from her and this other nurse.
Yes.
So obviously, right here, it says, terrified of that doll. That's my doll. I'd be like, no, that ain't my doll. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, there's another commenter saying they knew it was her. Apparently, they know her outside of Facebook. And none of these people will let me interview them. I have asked.
But they're talking about food, it looks like.
Yes, this was in a food group. We tracked her down to this food group.
I'm not sure I will respond. I don't like talking about her.
Yeah, I sent her a message and she said she saw it, but that was her reaction.
I understand. That's why I was shocked to see her comment on that post. I didn't even realize it was deleted. Please speak to us and then correct the misinformation for everyone.
Yeah, she said so much misinformation. I guess that's showbiz.
I agree. I'm the owner of Annabelle, so went through a lot. But after seeing that documentary and reading the chapter in their book about us and the events, I am now a little skeptical. many things were changed, but I owe them a lot for getting that doll away from us.
It's so mind-bending.
Here's my opinion. I think they were haunted by spirit poltergeist, or maybe it was a demon, but it's not connected to that doll. Like if they did an exorcism on the house or did a cleansing of the house and then everything stopped, I guess for them in that home, that doll would be more of a trigger object than a cursed item. So like trigger for people watching.
I actually have.
Really quick, for the people that are watching, like trigger objects are like items that spirits can relate to or interact with. And so that's why I say Annabelle is probably just a trigger object, not something that's actually cursed. But please go ahead.
I was going to say, I do have an idea. So based on my research and all the conversations I've had with different people who had interactions with the Warrens, Lorrane has been known to decide that an object in someone's home is haunted or has evil attached to it or something of that nature. I have Carl Glatzel in an interview saying that Lorrane told his mother that a tapestry hanging in her house was evil, and apparently Judy Glatzel said, "Oh no, what do I do?" And Lorrane said, "Well, give it to me. I'll make sure it's put in a safe place." And that was now a haunted item. And so my speculation is that possibly they were called to the home for activity. Lorrane saw the doll and was like, "Oh, it's probably the doll." Lorrane might have convinced them that it was, and then so maybe they all of a sudden were like, "Oh, the activity is in the doll. Please take the doll away. We don't want it here if it's coming from the doll." And that's why everyone was okay with taking photos with it, because it wasn't scary yet, like the story kind of developed as it was going, is what I think.
Right.